Alright Pistons fans, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about some players for the next basketball season for the Detroit Pistons. Now, I actually came across the article and it was talking about the X factor for the Detroit Pistons. Now, I haven't read it completely yet, so I don't know who specifically they're going to say is going to be the X factor for the Detroit Pistons. In my personal opinion, I feel like it's going to be someone like Hamidou Diallo, but I'm going to give you guys my thoughts after I read this article, and we're going to see who they say. Who do they believe will be the X factor for the Detroit Pistons? In the comment section below, let me know who you guys believe will be the X factor for the Pistons next season. If you don't know what the X factor is, the X factor is basically, the most important guy, the one who will solidify the team, who will just give us that extra punch, that extra impact, the X factor, the one who will win us some basketball games. I feel like it's going to be someone like Hamidou Diallo, but I'll get more into that after I read the article. So let's get into this. Pistons X factor. Nonetheless, the 19-year-old isn't the Pistons X factor for the 2021-2022 season. It isn't even Jeremy Grant, the Pistons' leading scorer last year. Detroit's X factor this upcoming campaign is going to be sophomore guard Killian Hayes. Okay, so they chose Killian Hayes. The Pistons had high hopes for Hayes when they took him with the number 7 overall pick in 2020. However, despite being their highest selected pick from a year ago, the left-handed point guard wound up becoming the only player from Detroit's rookie crop in 2020 and 2021 to not make an all-rookie team. Number 19 pick Saddiq Bey and number 16 pick Isaiah Stewart, both acquired by the Pistons on draft day, made the first and second teams respectively. As for Hayes, he was never really able to find his footing in the NBA. The 20-year-old missed more than 2/3 of the regular season due to injury. Though he already showed signs of struggling early on, he suffered a torn labrum in his right hip 7 games into his NBA career. This forced him to sit out 41 straight games. Upon his return, Hayes never truly found his rhythm and finished with averages of 6.8 points and 5.3 assists while shooting 35% from the field in 26 games. Okay, I'll put the link in the description box down below if you guys want to go read the full article for yourself. So my personal opinion, my take on this, they decided to go with Killian Hayes, and this is a very interesting one because they could have went with Hamidou Diallo, like I said. They could have went with Frank Jackson. They could have went with Josh Jackson. They could have even went with somebody in the starting lineup, Kelly Olynyk. I don't know. But they decided to go with Killian Hayes, and this obviously wasn't my pick, but I can't understand where they're going with this because we know that K is going to ball out. We know the Grant's going to ball out. And then it's going to be Saddiq, Kelly, and Killian. But those are the second tier guys. We know the first tier guys are going to be Cade and Jeremy. And then the second tier guys are going to be the Killians, Bays, and Kelly Olynyks. So I do understand what they're saying because when it comes to the Pistons offense this year, it will heavily rely on, the ability of Killian Hayes. Because if Killian Hayes can't really create for himself this year, if he can't knock down a consistent jump shot somewhere around 34-35%, if he can't get to that level soon, then the Pistons will have struggles this season. I predicted the Pistons to only win 35 games, and one of the reasons for that is because Killian Hayes being in the starting lineup, we know that he has a lack of scoring right now. His three-point shooting isn't the greatest right now. So Killian Hayes, I feel like, will hold us back a bit this season. He will improve later on in his career, but as of right now, he probably will hold us back, and he probably will, bump us down to around the 35 win mark. But in terms of him possibly being the X factor, if Killian Hayes does have a successful season this year, I'm hoping that he does, then I can understand where they're going with this, talking about him being the X factor, because we know what he does on defense. We already know what he is as a playmaker, along with Cade Cunningham. Now, if he could just develop an offensive game, that's all we need from Killian. And he doesn't even need to be a guy who we need to rely on. As I mentioned earlier, Hamidou Diallo is a scorer off the bench. Frank Jackson is a scorer. We have Jeremy Grant. We have Cade Cunningham. Killian Hayes' job is not really to be the scoring guard like that right now. I just need him to get 10, 12, 14 points. I don't need him to be crazy in the 20s or the 30s. I just need him to chip in every now and again where he can. I need him to play solid defense. And we're going up against these top guards in the NBA. Kyle Lowry just went to the Miami Heat. When we're playing games against a team like the Heat, I need him to do a good job on Kyle Lowry. When we play a team like the Chicago Bulls, Kobe White, or if he has to get put on Zach LaVine, I need him to shut down those type of guys, or not even shut down necessarily, but I need him to slow those guys down. I need him to keep up the playmaking ability. I need him to give the ball to Jeremy Grant. I need him to give the ball to Cade Cunningham. Those are guys who we know can score the basketball. Jeremy Grant, we know, averaged 20 points per game last year, and then Cade Cunningham shot 40% from the three-point line in college, and in the summer league shot 50% from the three-point line. So we have a lot of scoring talent on this team potentially. We just need Killian to get the job done. We need him to feed these guys the ball. We need him to play defense, and we need him to just overall not be a detriment to the team. We need him to be a positive to this team. So Pistons fans, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Oh, and before I end the video, I guess I should mention my thoughts on Hamidou Diallo, the reason why I chose him. The reason why I chose Hamidou Diallo is because I just believe that with the solidified starting five, I didn't want to go with any of those guys. I went with Hamidou because he's the guy who's going to come off the bench immediately, probably be the 6th, maybe 7th man, and immediately give us that punch, that scoring ability coming in a game. I remember watching in Summer League, as soon as Cade Cunningham, Sadiq Bey, Killian Hayes, as soon as they came out, and then the bench players, the G League guys came in the Summer League, the Pistons started to struggle. Now, again, I understand that those are G League players, but the point that I'm trying to make is when the starters come out, we need guys who can put the ball in the hole and play defense. We need those type of scorers and defenders on this team. And Hamidou Diallo is one of those guys. He's one of those guys who, when the starting five goes out, he can immediately come in and score the basketball. He has that quick flash scoring ability that some nights he'll randomly just get you a 30-point game, a 20-point game. He's just one of those guys who's extremely explosive and just an overall great scorer. So that's why I chose Hamidou Diallo, because of the scoring ability, the 6-man type of impact. So Pistons fans, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Thank you guys for 3K. Go subscribe to my backup channel, The Flash Joe Polo, and I'm out.